The vibrant notes of the veena are softly played. He thus inspires the devotees to perform dramatic dancing that is infused with aspect of his own devotional service. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. He is accompanied by the Sankirtan movement, which is the religious practice for the age of Kali. His son of Nanda Maharaj come again. He is extraordinarily brilliant ornament of the earth. His preaching mood is suitably adapted to the cycle of birth and death. His consciousness is fixed in meditation on his own form of Krishna. He is always accompanied by his transcendent abode. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. His eyes, the soles of his feet, and his clothing are reddish, like the color that heralds the rising sun. As he utters his own names, his voice falters. He awakens a sweet flavor of life throughout the universe. I bow down to Gaura, the beautiful son of Mother Sachi. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. A reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 11th, Chapter 8th, the story of Pingla, text number 17. Gramya Geetam na shunayad Yatirvana kvachid Shiksheta harinad baddhan Mragayor Gita mohitad Gramya Geetam na shunayad Yatirvana kvachid Shiksheta harinad baddhan Mragayor Gita mohitan Gramya Geetam na shunayat Yatirvana kvachid Shiksheta harinat baddhan Mragayor Gita mohitan. Mataji's. Translation purport by his divine disciples of his divine grace A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Disciples of Srila Prabhupada ki jai. A saintly person dwelling in the forest in the renounced order of life should never listen to the songs or music promoting material enjoyment. Rather, a saintly person should carefully study the example of the deer who is bewildered by the sweet music of the hunter's horn and is thus captured and killed. Purport. If one becomes attached to the sense gratification of materialistic music and songs, one will develop all the features of material entanglement. One should hear Bhagavad Gita or the song sung by the Supreme Lord. Om Jnanatimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshuranmilitamena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Stapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadamayyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Yuta Padakamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavamsha Sri Rupam Sagrajatam Sagana Raghunathan Vidam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Lalita Sri Vishagan Vidamsha Nama Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prishtaya Budale Srimade Bhaktivedanta Swami Nidhi Namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pashyata Deshadarine Namo Mahavadanyaaya Krishna Prema Pradayate Krishnaya Krishna Chaitanya Namine Gaura Tushe Nama He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpade Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastude Taptaganjana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishamanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Nilachala Nivasaya Nityaya Paramatmane Balabhadra Subhadrabhyam Jagannathaya Te Namah Vanchakalpatarubhyasya Kripa Sindhu Vevacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah Jai Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Sivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you everyone for being present here for today's Srimad Bhagavatam class. I seek blessings of everyone so that I can speak something for my own purification. So everybody can repeat the translation of this verse. A saintly person dwelling the forest in the renounced order of life should never listen to songs or music promoting material enjoyment. Rather, a saintly person should carefully study the example of the deer who is bewildered by the sweet music of the hunter's horn and is thus captured and killed. So here we see we are studying Uddhav Gita, where Supreme Lord Krishna is instructing to Uddhava. And in last few chapters and all, we have been seeing that how Lord Krishna is repeating what Avadhut Brahmana has shared to King Yayati. So here Avadhut Brahmana is sharing what he learned from different personalities. And one thing he says that he has learned from the deer is how not to get captivated by mundane sound. Mundane sound is very attractive. So hunter understands the weakness of a deer. Deer's ears are very weak. He's very much captivated by music. So hunter plays nice music and immediately deer comes running and then hunter traps him. So in this way there are different ways, different living entities are captured by their enemies. Moth or flies, they are very much attracted to beautiful glaze fire. So they get captured and they run and they just enter the fire and they burn. Similarly, tongue. Fish get attracted to bait. He thinks, oh, very nice thing to eat, and he wants to eat, and then fisherman fishes him out. So eyes, ears, deer gets captivated. Tongue, nose, fish gets captivated. Nose. This Brahmar, whatever the honey, enters the flower, and he's so captivated by that this thing, and then lotus closes and it dies inside. So in this way, and she elephant captivates he elephant, sense of touch, and then he elephant gets trapped. So we see 5 senses can trap living entities when one wants to enjoy those 5 senses. So different animals have different sense which is weak. For elephant, it is said his sense of touch or skin, he has weakness of that. Or here deer, it is said he has weakness of ears. He is captivated by sound. As far as human being is concerned, it is said all 5 senses are weak. Elephant cannot be captivated by music, but deer can be captivated by music. But as far as human being is concerned, he can be captivated by all these 5. So one has to be extremely careful. Here, in purport it said, one should not be attached to hearing music for sense gratification, but one should hear Bhagavad Gita or song sung by the Supreme Lord. We are very fortunate that in Vedic culture, in Krishna conscious culture, there is, for everything there is a positive replacement. Rather, the positive things are the original things. There's original spiritual sound, and reflection of that is material sound, mundane sound. Originally, everything is actually spiritual, and originally we are captivated by spiritual thing. But because of forgetting Krishna, we are getting captivated by shadow things. So if we can again redirect ourselves to the original sound vibration of the Supreme Lord, sound vibration of Vedas, sound vibration of Acharyas, and we see how wonderful music. Just now we sang a song by Acharya. What a musical thing, huh? And all the ashtakams and all the bhajans, all Narottam Das Thakur's bhajan, Bhaktivinoda Thakur's bhajan, so many bhajans. They are so sweet, so musical. If you want to hear music, we can hear Vaishnava songs, and we can hear Hare Krishna kirtans in all forms, in all melodies, in all ragas, and that music can be very uplifting. And we see our acharyas have written also many scriptures. We can hear the scriptures, and the scriptures are also in musical form, like Bhagavad Gita is musical. Or if you see Chaitanya Charitamrita is very musical. Chaitanya Bhagavat, all these literatures are also composed in a poetry form. So since Gaur Purnima is coming, I'll little bit read from Chaitanya Bhagavat, Lord's Mahaprakash Leela. It comes in Chaitanya Bhagavat Madhya Leela, 9th and 10th chapter. So it's very, very inspiring. We have half an hour, whatever we can cover. It's a very long pastime, 21 hours pastime. एवेशुने चैतन्यर महाप्रकाश यही सर्व वैष्णवेर सिद्धि अभिलाष. Now here of Lord Chaitanya is Mahaprakash, or great revelation, during which all the Vaishnavas obtained the fulfillment of their desires. By hearing transcendental sound vibration, all our desires, spiritual desires, will be fulfilled. By hearing mundane sound vibration, will be entangled, and one will be trapped in the material miseries. शतप्रहरीर भावे लोके ख्यातियार yahi prabhu khailena sarva avatar. This pastime is widely known as Shataprahariya Bhav, or the 21-hour ecstasy. During this period, Lord manifested his various incarnations. So, 1 prahar equal to 3 hours. So, Shataprahar means 7 3 are 21 hours. So, normally, Lord Chaitanya would always play a role like a devotee. And once in a while, he may exhibit his ecstasy, and he may exhibit his supreme form, but for a moment only, and then again cover up. But in this pastime, we see for 21 hours, Lord exhibited his supreme opulence and showed various his transcendental forms and fulfill all devotees' desires. And अद्भुत भोजन यही अद्भुत प्रकाश यारे तारे विष्णु भक्ति दानेर विलास. During this pastime, Lord ate wonderfully, manifested wonderful forms, and awarded a devotional service to one and all. राजा राजेश्वर अभिषेक सेई दिने करिले न प्रभुरे सकल भक्त गणे. On that day, the devotees gave the Lord Abhishek as the king of all kings. एक दिन महाप्रभु श्री गौर सुंदर आइले न श्रीनिवास पंडितेर घर. One day Sri Gaur Sundar came to the house of Srivas Pandit. So Srinivas Pandit, Srivas Pandit, same. संगे नित्यानंद चंद्र परम विमल अल्पे अल्पे भक्त गण मिलिल सकल. So Lord Chaitanya was accompanied by restless Nityananda Chandra, and gradually all devotees gathered there in the house of Srivas Thakur. अवेशित चित्त महाप्रभु गौर राय परम ऐश्वर्य करी चतुर्दिगे छाय. So Lord Chaitanya was in great ecstasy, and Lord Chaitanya manifesting his supreme opulence, he glanced in all directions. प्रभुर इंगित भुजिलेन भक्तगण उच्च स्वरे चतुर्दिगे करेन कीर्तन. Understanding the indication of Lord, the devotees began to do loud kirtan in all directions. अन्य अन्य दीने प्रभु नाचे दास्य भावे क्षण के ऐश्वर्य प्रकाश या पुनः भंगे. On other days, Lord would dance in the mood of servant and only manifest momentarily his opulence before withdrawing them. सकल भक्तेर भाग्य ये दिने नाचिते उठिया वसिला प्रभु विष्णुर खटाते. आरस बदिने प्रभु भाव प्रकाशिया वैसेन विष्णुर खाटे येन न जानिया. शत प्रहरीर भावे छाड़ी सर्व माया विलास माया वसिला प्रहार शत प्रभु व्यक्त हैया. While dancing on this day, however, the Lord made all the devotees fortunate by going up and sitting on the throne of Lord Vishnu. On other days, when the Lord had manifested his ecstasy and sat on the throne of Vishnu, he acted like he was unaware of his action. But during this Shata Prahariyar Bhav, Lord gave up all pretension and revealed his glories for 21 hours. कि अद्भुत संतोषेर हैल प्रकाश सबाय वासने येन वैकुंठ विलास. How wonderful were the feelings of satisfaction. Everyone felt like they were enjoying in Vaikuntha. Harivo. Prabhu o वसिलयेन वैकुंठेर नाथ तिलर देख माया मात्र नाहिक कोठात. Lord also sat like the Lord of Vaikuntha. Not even a tinge of illusion was present there. आज्ञा होइल भल मोर अभिषेक गीत सुनि गाय भक्तगण हय हर्षित. Then Lord said, when he sat on that Vishnu's throne, Simhasan, he said, recite the prayers for my Abhishek. And devotees were so happy. Immediately they started reciting the prayers Abhishek and also started making all the arrangements for Abhishek. So there is elaborate description of Abhishek. महाजय जय ध्वनि शुने चारि बीते अभिषेक मंत्र सबे लागila padite. So there was tumultuous sound of jai jai in all four directions as everyone began to recite the abhishek mantras. Sarvadya Shri Nityananda Jaya Jaya Boli Prabhura Shri Shire Jaladira Kutuhali. First Lord Nityananda chanted Jai Jai and he happily poured the water on the head of Lord Chaitanya. Advaita Shivasadi Yateke Pradhana Padiyam Purush Sukta Karayena Snana. So all exalted devotees headed by Advaita and Shivas bathe the Lord while chanting Purush Sukta mantras. Om Sahasra Shirsha Purusha Sahasraka Sahasrapat Sabhumim Vishwato Vitrivate Atista Dasangulam. All this they start reciting all Vishnu Sahasra now. And everybody Gaurangera Bhakta Sab Mahamantra Vita Mantra Padi Jala Dhale Hai Harashita. So all devotees of Gauranga were very expert in chanting the mantras, and they recited the mantras and they also joyfully poured water on Lord's head. Mukunda de Gaya Abhisheka Sumangala Kiha Kande Kiha Nache Ananda Vibhala. Devotees headed by Mukunda sang auspicious Abhishek songs, and some devotees cried, some danced, and some became overwhelmed in ecstasy. Pativrata Gana Kare Jaya Jaya Kara Ananda Swarupa Chitta Haile Sabara. The chaste women made auspicious sounds as everyone's hearts filled with ecstasy. Vasya Achena Vaikunter Adishwara Bhakta Gane Jaladhale Shirera Upara. The Lord of Vaikunta sat on the throne as all the devotees poured water on his head. Nama Matra Ashtottara Shataghata Jale Sahastra Ghateo Anta Napaye Sakale. As a formality, there were supposed to be 108 pots of water, but thousands of pots could not actually hold all the water. They poured so much water as if there are thousands and thousands of pots of water. Devata Sakale Dhari Narera Akriti Gupta Abhishek Kariye Haya Sukriti. The fortunate demigods assumed the forms of human beings and secretly took part in the Abhishek ceremony. Demigods also wanted to take this advantage, so they took human form and came. Yara Pada Padme Jala Bindu Dile Matra Seha Dhyane Sakshata Ki Ditya Ache Patra Tathapi Hatare Nahi Yamadanda Haya Hena Prabhu Sakshat Savara Jala Haya. If one offers even a drop of water at lotus feet Lord in meditation, what to speak of directly? He is never subject to the punishment of Yamraj. The Lord was now directly accepting water from everyone. So even in meditation, somebody does Abhishek, he won't be touched by Yamraj. What to speak of actually doing Abhishek of Lord. Shiva Sera Das Dasi Gane Anek Jala Prabhu Snana Kare Bhakta Sevara Ei Phala. The servants and maid servants of Shivas brought water and also bathed the Lord. This is the result of serving the devotees. Actually serving Lord, even Brahma, Mahesh and all Devatas, they don't get that opportunity. Jai Shishinitai Gauranga Ki Jai. But here, even servants and maid servants, without much qualifications, they were getting opportunity to bathe Chaitanya Mahaprabhu directly. Can you imagine? This is glory of serving great devotees. If you serve great devotees, even if you are disqualified, you also get opportunity. Like, along with Srivas, everybody is getting opportunity. Sometimes we see some senior Maharajas and Vaishnavas come. Along with that, their assistant also get entrance, You see, whenever Janivasprabhu comes, he goes to the altar and all this. Along with that, Milan Prabhu also goes, Wherever, where even big devotees are not allowed, very few people are allowed, in that servant can also enter because along with the master, So here also, Brahma and Shiva, they don't get opportunity directly worship, doing Abhishek of Lord. but servants and maid servants of Shiva's got. जल अन एक भाग्यवती दुखी नाम अपने ठाकुर देखी बोले आन आन. One most fortunate maid servant named Dukhi brought water for the Lord, who encouraged her by saying, "Bring, bring." अपने ठाकुर तार भक्ति योग देखी दुखी नाम गुचाइया ठुले न सुखी. On seeing her devotional service, Lord changed her name from Dukhi to Sukhi. Arivo. So Dukhi was serving. She was back. So many devotees bring water. She was in the Gangas and assisting. But then Lord called her. Asked, "What is your name?" She said, "My name is Dukhi." He said, "Oh, how can your name be Dukhi? Today I give you name Sukhi." And along with that, Lord Chaitanya gave her pure love for Krishna. Haribo. परिधान करैल नूतन वसन श्री अंगे लेपित दिव्य सुगंधी चंदन. Thereafter, Lord Chaitanya was dressed with new clothes, and then devotees applied fragrant sandal paste on his transcendent body. Vishnu khat patelena upakskara kari vasilena Prabhu nija khatar upari. They cleaned Vishnu's throne, and Lord then sat on it. Chhatra dharelana shri shire nityananda rai kona bhagyavant rahi chamara dulai. Most so Nityananda Prabhu hold the chamar, hold the umbrella for the Lord, and some fortunate soul he fanned the Lord with chamar. Pujara samagri laye sarva bhakta gana pujite lagile nija prabhur charana. Then all devotees. So now Abhishek is done. Lord is given new dress, and all his chandan, all everything is applied, and now all devotees started offering various items at the lotus feet of Lord. Padya argya achamani gandha pushpa dhupa pradipa naivedya vastra yata anurupa. So all devotees started offering water for washing the feet, auspicious ingredients to the hand, water for washing the mouth, sandalwood paste, flowers, incense lamp, foodstuffs, and cloth. Yagya sutra yatha shakti vastra alankara pujilena kari yo shodasa upchara. So according to their capacity, they offered Brahman thread, clothes, and ornaments. In this way, they worship Lord with shodasa upchara, 16 ingredients. Chandane karya lipta tulasi manjari puna puna dena sabe charane upari. And then they started offering tulsi, dipping in the chandan. They started offering tulsi at the lotus feet of Lord. So, and they started chanting various mantras, and devotees were crying tears of ecstasy, getting this opportunity to serve Lord. Jaya 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 Sarva Jagatera Nata Tapta Jagatera Kara Shubha Drishtipanta. All glories to the Lord of the all universe. Please glance mercifully on the living entities who are afflicted by threefold material miseries. Jaya Adi Hetu Jaya Janaka Sabara Jaya Jaya Sankirtan Aramba Avatara. All glories to the original cause of and father of everyone. All glories Lord who has incarnated to inaugurate the Sankirtan movement. So in this way, devotees started offering prayers and Jai Dhuni. So this Sarvamaya Guchayebo Prabhu Gaura Chandra Sri Charana Dilena Pujaya Bhakta Vrinda. Lord Gaurachandra spontaneously extended his lotus feet, which were worshipped by all the devotees. Someone brought fragrant sandalwood paste, which he smeared on those lotus feet. Someone else offered tulsi manjaris in worship. Someone offered ornaments made of gold, silver, and gems at his lotus feet, and then offered obeisances. Everyone offered obeisances, while white, blue, and yellow silk cloth were offered at Lord's lotus feet. They offered various types of metal containers. No one knew how many people fell at his lotus feet. The lotus feet that all living entities, beginning with Brahma, Lakshmi, and Shiva, desired to worship, were now being worshipped by the servants and maid servants of the Vaishnavas. This is the result of serving Vaishnavas. Durvadhanya tulsi laya sarvajane paya apaya sabe dena shri charane. They fearlessly offered a fresh grass, paddy, and tulsi at lotus feet of Lord. Some of them brought various kinds of fruits which they offered at his lotus feet, while some offered sandalwood paste and flowers at Lord's lotus feet. Someone was inspired to worship with 16 ingredients, while someone was inspired to worship with 6 ingredients. Everyone joyfully offered musk, kumkum, camphor, and red powder at Lord's lotus feet. Those lotus feet and toenails were decorated with various flowers such as champaka, malika, kunda, kadamba, and malati. As the crest jewel of Vaikuntha manifested his opulence, he said, "Give me something to eat." So after Abhishek, after nice dress, after worshipping lotus feet, then prasad, bhoga. Hasta pate Prabhu dekhe sarva bhakta gana ye mat de sab kare na bhojana. All devotees saw that Lord extended his palms. So whatever the devotees offered, then Lord immediately started eating. Just whatever they gave, just ate. Keha dehi kadalake keha divyam mugda deha dadi shira navani keha dugda. Someone offered bananas, someone offered soaked moong dal, others offered yogurt, condensed milk, butter and milk. The devotees gave all these items directly into the hands of Mahaprabhu, who sincerely ate everything. Everyone ran from the street to street and brought the finest items, which they quickly brought back to the Lord. Someone mixed coconut pulp with sugar and placed it directly in the Lord's hand. And they brought an abundance of varieties of sweets, which the Lord took in his hand and ate it. He ate thousands and thousands of, sweets and all these things. Whatever they were giving, he was just eating. Can you imagine? Some offered sweet mades of fused rice, rose apple, and cucumbers. Some offered sugar cane, and others offered Ganges water. On seeing Lord's ecstatic manifest, some servants offered 5 or 10 times. Hundreds of people offered water, all of which was drunk by the master of all mystic perfection. So everybody was offering foodstuff and water also, and Lord was eating and drinking. They offered thousands of pots of yogurt, thousands of pots of condensed milk. Can you imagine? How many pots of condensed milk you can eat? And thousands of pots of milk, thousands of bunches of bananas, thousands of bananas, and large quantities soaked moong dal. And Lord ate everything. Jai. They offered large quantities of sweet meats, fruits, and roots, and thousands of containers filled with bitter nuts and camphor. Such was the unprecedented opulence manifested by Gaurachandra. Devotees could not understand how Lord could eat everything. Whatever they were giving, Lord was just eating. The Lord happily ate the foodstuff offered by his devotees and then began to describe their birth and activities. So Abhishek is done, new dress is there, offering all lotus feet, worshipping with 16 upachar is done, and then prasad also is done. And then now Lord is respecting with every devotee. Lord is telling about their previous lives, previous activities, not in this life, before life also, and fulfilling their heart's wishes. Shiva sera bole ara pade tora mane bhagavata sunile ye devananda sthane. So Lord called Shivas. My dear Shivas, do you remember when you once heard Srimad Bhagavatam from Devananda Pandit? Pade pade bhagavata premara samaya suniya dravile ati tomara rudaya. Every line of Srimad Bhagavatam is full of loving devotional melodies, and your heart melted on hearing Srimad Bhagavatam. Uchchaswara kari tumi lagila kandite vivala haya tumi podile bhumite. And just by hearing the Srimad Bhagavatam, you went in ecstasy and you began to cry loudly, and you fell on the ground overwhelmed with ecstasy. Abodha paduya bhakti yoga na bhujiya balgiya khande kena na bhujilya iha. Not understanding your devotional ecstasy, the foolish students could not understand why you were crying. You lost your external consciousness by exhibiting transformation, ecstatic love, and the students carried you outside. So all the students of Devan said, "What is this?" Shivas, just shouting, crying, and creating great disturbance. What a foolish fellow is he? He's just creating this. So they came and lifted Shivas and threw him out the class, And because they were ignorant of devotional service, they didn't know these are ecstasy of pure love. देवानंद इथे ना करील निवारण guru yatha agya sei mata shishya gana. And Devanand did not stop the students. As the guru was ignored, so were his disciples. So Devanand didn't know the glories of devotional service, and therefore his disciples also didn't know. So disciples committed offense, and since Devananda did not stop them, he also actually committed offense. When they left you outside the door, you returned home greatly distressed. Feeling unhappy at heart, you sat down in a solitary place and again began to read Srimad Bhagavatam. Do you remember Shivas that day? You are so morose and you are reading Bhagavatam. देखिया तोमार दुख श्री वैकुंठ हैते आविर्भाव हैलम तोमार देहते. Seeing your distress, I left Vaikuntha and I appeared in your body. Then I sat in your heart and made you cry by awarding you loving devotion. You became ecstatic by hearing Srimad Bhagavatam, and the entire area became wet as if by rain. Realizing the words of Lord, Shiva became overwhelmed. He rolled on the ground, cried and sighed deeply. So Lord Chaitanya said, I personally entered your heart. I personally, gave you that ecstasy, and then you were reading and crying in ecstasy. When Shiva heard that, Lord knows about that incident. This incident actually he had not told, nobody knew, because it just happened long time ago. This was before even Lord Chaitanya appeared in this world. So, Yai mat advaitadi yateke Vaishnava sabare dekhiya kare na anubhava. In this way, Lord reminded all Vaishnavas headed by Advaita about their previous experiences. Some devotees danced, some devotees engaged in congregation chanting, others chanted Jai 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 Sachinandana Gaurari. If by chance a devotee was absent, Lord personally ordered that he should be brought there. Lord extended his palm and said, give me something to eat. He then ate whatever they gave. After eating, the Lord said, do you remember the night when I was sitting by your side? In the form of doctor, I cured your fever. On hearing this, the servant became overwhelmed and fell to the ground. Gangada se dekhi bole, tora mane jage, raja bhaya, palais, yebe nishya bhange. Then Lord called for Gangadas. Who is Gangadas? His teacher. And he said, my dear Gangadas, do you remember how one night you were running away in the fear of the king? Sarva parivara shane asikhe ghate, kotha na nahi ka nauka, podile sankate. You came to the boat ghat with your entire family, but you feared calamity and no boat could be found. This king and king's men were looting everyone and torturing everyone, killing everyone. No? And then somehow Gangadas was running with his family. And running, he came on the Ganga Ghat. But now it is night and there was no boatman. And now how to cross? He thought, now I'm finished. Ratri sheshe haile tumi naukana paya kandite lagile ati dukhaite haya. When you could not get a boat, you became distressed and you began to cry. Do you remember Gangadas? Morage yavana sparshibe parivara Ganga pravishite mana haila tumara. Fearing that these yavanas would mistreat your family, you resolved to enter the Ganga. Tabi ami nauka niya kherira rupe Ganga vahiya yai tomara samipe. At that time, I crossed the Ganges and came before you as a boatman in a ferry. You are pleased to see the boat and began to speak to me with great affection. Are bhai amara rakha yei bara jati prana dhana deha sakal tomara. Oh brother, please save me this time. My caste, my life, my wealth and body all belong to you. Raksha kara parivar sange kara para eka tanka eka joda bakshisha tomara. Please protect me. Take me and my family across the river. I will pay you 1 coin and I will give you 2 coins as donation. Tabe toma sange pari kara kari para tabe nija vaikunte the gelam arabara. Thereafter, I took you and your family across the river, and I returned to Vaikuntha. So, do you remember that boatman? That boatman, I was that boatman. Oh, Gangadas, no? When Gangadas heard it, oh, Lord came from Vaikuntha to protect me and my family. He immediately went in ecstasy and he started crying. So, in this way, Lord was calling different devotees and telling about their past. During this Shataprahar Leela, Lord bestowed mercy on everyone without duplicity. Agya haila shidarera jatagiya ana asya dekhu mor prakasha vidhana. He ordered, quickly go and bring Shridhar. Let him come and behold my opulence. Lord said, bring Shridhar. Now people didn't know who is Shridhar, because they didn't know their person exists like Shridhar. They only know Kolavecha, because one who would sell banana. Then Lord said, you go to the place in one particular direction. There you'll hear the sound, loud sound of chanting the holiness Lord. That is Shridhar. You bring him here. Nagarera Antyagiya Thakiya Vasiya Mora Dakhaya Tare Aniya Dhariya. Go to the edge of the town and wait there. Bring that person who is calling out my name. Following the Lord's instructions, some Vaishnavas hurried to the house of Shridhar. Now, here are some topics about Shridhar. He earned his livelihood by selling banana leaves. The phrase Kola Gachi referred to whole banana tree with the trunk intact. He offered half of whatever he earned in a day in worship of Ganga. With the remaining half, he maintained his life. This is the taste of a devotee of Vishnu. So, he was as truthful as Maharaj Yudhishthir. He never deviated from whatever price he fixed. Sometimes those who knew his glories would buy his goods without bargaining. In this way, he resided in Navadip. No one recognized him, for everyone thought he was a simple banana leaf seller. He passed the entire night without sleep while loudly chanting names of Krishna and Hari. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. So he would not sleep in night, he would just chant whole night. The atheist would complain, due to this Sridhar's loud cries, we cannot sleep at night and our ears are broken. He is a low-class fellow who cannot feel his stomach. Being afflicted by hunger, he stays up all night. In this way, the atheists continued their blasphemy as Sridhar happily engaged in his own activities. Sridhar continued to loudly call out the names of Hari with love throughout the night. As soon as devotees got halfway there, they heard the loud cries of Sridhar. The devotees followed that sound and quickly found Sridhar. And devotees said, "Oh Mahashay, please come and see the Lord. Let us become glorious by your touch." On hearing Lord's name, Sridhar became overwhelmed with ecstasy and fell unconscious to the ground. When Sridhar was told, "Oh, Lord is calling you, please come." When he heard, he just fainted unconscious. And all devotees, when he became unconscious, lifted him and brought him in front of the Lord. On seeing Sridhar, Lord was pleased and called him up. Come, Sridhar. You have worshipped me so long, and you have passed many lifetimes to obtain my love. In this life, you have also served me so much. I always eat rice off of your banana leaves. I have eaten many items obtained from you. You have forgotten your conversations with me. When Lord manifested his pastime as scholar, he acted like an arrogant person. Keeping his identity concealed, Lord Chaitanya enjoyed various pastimes with Sridhar on pretext of buying banana leaves. The Lord daily visited Sridhar's shop and bought banana leaves, bananas and banana stems. He would daily quarrel with Sridhar for 2 hours and then buy his goods for half the price. Although truthful Sridhar quoted a reasonable price, Lord would take the goods at half the price. Then Sridhar would stand up, grab hold of the goods, and tug of war would ensue. In this way, Sridhar and the Lord would show each other. No? Lord will try to take away. He said, no, you have to pay the price. The Lord would say, "Oh, brother Sridhar, why do you live like an ascetic when you have so much wealth? Why are you taking the goods from my hands? Don't you know yet who I am? The most Brahminical Sridhar did not become angry. After looking at Lord's face, he gave him all the goods. The form of Gaurasundar was more enchanting than that of Cupid. His forehead was beautiful, decorated with tilak. He was dressed in dhoti tugged in at three places. His hair was curly and both his nature and the eyes were restless. In subtle form, Anantadev resided in the white Brahman thread that adorned his body. So, Sridhar said, "Oh Lord, please forgive me, for I am your dog." Lord said, "I know you are very clever. You have accumulated so much wealth by selling banana leaves." So there's argumentation. Please give me at half price. Sridhar said, No, you go to some other shop and buy it. Are there no other shops? Go there and buy if you think that the cheaper is available. Lord said, I will not give up my supplier. Take my money and give me my stems and bananas. So in this way, Lord will argue. You buy ingredients that you regularly offer to Ganges. So what is wrong if you give me a discount? I am the father of Ganges, whom you regularly worship. This is the truth I am telling you. Sridhar then covered his ears with his hands and exclaimed, Vishnu, Vishnu. What is this? You are calling yourself to be Lord? So like this they used to argue. So in this way, they both regularly quarreled with each other. Sridhar considered the Lord as the most restless Brahmana. Sridhar said, I am defeated. Please leave me alone. I will give you something free. I'll give you a piece of stem, a few bananas and few leaves. Then am I still at fault? The Lord said, good. I have no more complaints. Then Lord regularly ate. So Lord like that he would take all the way. In this way, Lord enjoys the gifts of his devotees and does not glance at millions of gifts offered by non-devotees. So Lord will snatch away gifts from his devotees, but millions of gifts if non-devotees offer, Lord doesn't accept. Lord Chaitanya had desired to perform these pastimes. That is why he had Sridhar sell banana leaves. In order to perform such pastime, he made Sridhar sell banana leaves. Who can understand the pastimes of Lord Vishnu and the Vaishnavas? No one can know this pastime unless Lord reveals them. Lord reminded everyone of this principle. Lord said, Oh Sridhar, look at my form. Today I will award you the 8 mystic powers, Ashtasiddhis. The exalted Sridhar raised his head and saw that Vishwambar was blackish like a tamal tree. He held an enchanting flute in his hand and Balram stood at his right side. Sridhar saw the entire place was filled with bright effulgence. So, Lord Chaitanya transformed himself in Krishna, Sham Sundar form, and he revealed Vrindavan. Krishna and Balram standing, and Sridhar saw this beautiful form of Krishna Balram in Vrindavan. He saw goddess Lakshmi offer betel nuts into the hands of Lord, and the 4-handed Brahma and 5-headed Shiva offering prayers to the Lord. He saw Ananta hold his 1,000 hoods as an umbrella over the Lord, and Shanak, Narada, Sukdev chanting the glories of Lord. In 4 directions, greatly beautiful women were glorifying Lord with folded hands. On seeing this, Sridhar was struck with wonder. As such, he reeled and fell to the ground. The Lord ordered, Get up, Sridhar. Sridhar then regained consciousness by the words of Lord. The Lord said, Sridhar, offer prayers to me. Sridhar replied, Oh Lord, I am most foolish. I am ignorant. I don't know how to offer the prayers. I have no ability to offer any prayers. Then Lord replied, Your words alone are prayers to me. By the order of Lord, Saraswati, the mother of the universe, appeared on Sridhar's tongue, and Sridhar began to offer prayers. All glories to Mahaprabhu, all glories to Vishwambar, all glories to Lord of Navadip, all glories to Lord of innumerable universes, all glories to him who was born from the womb of pious mother Sachi. So in this way, he started offering many prayers. And so, no time is up. So Lord was telling, you ask any benediction you want. I will give you all these 8 mystic powers. Sridhar said, no, that would be just a disturbance, my Lord, He said, I will give you wealth like Indra. He said, no, I don't need that. No, I will give you liberation. He said, no, I am not interested in that. Lord said, please ask something. She just said, I'm happy, my dear. I don't want anything. Lord said, please ask for my sake, He said, okay, my dear Lord, be peaceful. No, I'm happy. So then Lord said, please, Sridhar, I want to give you something. Then Lord said, my dear, Sridhar said, my dear Lord, if you at all want to bless me, please bless me. That can always remember Nimai Pandit, who was coming to my shop and bargaining with me hours together. May I always remember your beautiful form, and I'll keep that in my heart always. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was so pleased with Sridhar's pure devotional service. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So this is a very long chapter with a lot of elaborate description, elaborate prayers. So this is a very amazing pastime where Lord is personally manifesting various forms. Like he showed Krishna Balaram form and Vrindavan to Sridhar Kolavecha. Similarly, he called Murari and he showed Sita Ram Lakshman Hanuman form. In this way, he was calling everybody and fulfilling their desires. And this is a special pastime where Lord revealed his supreme position. And so Gaur Purnima is coming, and we see our Acharyas have written so many books, and there are so many things to hear and read about Lord Chaitanya. Thousands of lectures on Lord Chaitanya and books on Lord Chaitanya. So in this verse we see Bhagavatam, it said, a saintly person should not hear mundane sound, mundane music and mundane sound. No, a saintly person should be absorbed in hearing transcendent sound. So by mercy of Srila Prabhupada and all Acharyas, we have so much transcendental subject matter to hear about and to meditate and to speak about. In this way, we can be saved from this weakness of our ears. Yes, we want to hear something wonderful, we want to hear something sweet, and we see Lord's. There are so many songs glorifying Lord, and there are so many literatures glorifying Lord, which are very sweet. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Srila Prabhupada ki jai, Vrindavan Das Thakur ki jai, Nidai Gaur Premanande. Thank you very much.